Number 5. A puma defends his boss of a bear. Although as a rule the cougars would retreat when they see one or approach with bad intentions, this changes when the threat reaches one of their puppies, a great example of how the maternal instinct is imposed on the logic of force. There is no doubt about the strength of an animal as potentially deadly as a grizzly bear, which can weigh up to 300 kilos. It is usually very aggressive and territorial, and although it is generally herbivorous, it does not make you sick to hunt some animals. Neither is the puma left behind in its ferocity, but it is clear that what makes the difference in this confrontation is the mother puma's need to defend her offspring. That's why, given the harsh resistance of the cat, the young bear specimen withdraws from the battle, leaving the family in peace. Number 4. Two varants fight on a road. The lizards are huge lizards, which can reach more than 1 meter in length from head to tail, are usually quite solitary and tend to avoid human presence, but in this case none of these customs is met. They are also territorial and in certain circumstances quite aggressive. Two of these animals clashed violently in the middle of a busy Indian highway without caring about the existing dense traffic. So while they settled their forces probably by a female car's trucks or bicycles circulated at close range of fighters, none of this disconcerted the very persistent lizards that as two small cars continued fighting outside of humans. The video does not show how the hard fight ended, but both must be satisfied not to be run over. Number 3. Grizzly bear vs. grizzly. It is impressive to contemplate how these two enormous forces of nature face each other in the Alaska Peninsula. The clashes between males during the mating season are frequent. The loser not only ends without the female, but sometimes they end up with serious injuries or even death. But the fight for reproduction is very hard. During these, the bears try first to impress their opponent with their size, trying to appear as big and as threatening as possible. They also tend to use urine and saliva abundantly to mark their territory, but none of that happens directly to the physical confrontation. Only those that show more power are chosen by the females to perpetuate the genes, in a perfect demonstration of the survival of the strongest. Number 2. Kangaroo vs. goat. It is clear that this time, unlike other animal combats, is not involved any female or the need to feed, because a priori there are no apparent reasons for a kangaroo and a goat end up fighting in that way. And yet this is what we can see in these images, a kangaroo that suddenly attacked a goat that was calmly feeding at his side. It is true that kangaroos enjoy in Australia a reputation of quarrelsome eaters that does not correspond with the sympathy with which we usually see here. From time to time, worrying news of kangaroos that attack people and also other animals. They are also extremely strong, which can cause the death of a kick. Nevertheless, this time the marsupial has found a rival who does not let himself be intimidated, but who responds to his aggression with ferocity so much that he ends up doing it today and giving himself the pleasure of pursuing him. Number 1. Mono vs. dogs and cats. They are the cute beings, adorable or annoying animals that enjoy bothering. This is a very common dilemma in certain countries where they abound, especially in Asia, where they do not enjoy very good reputation for the annoying and quarrelsome they become. It is clear that judging these apes with human eyes is absurd, but sometimes they seem to enjoy teasing dogs and cats, so they approach and ask for their tails to climb on top or try to steal their food. Maybe it's just a way to play, but some cats do not seem too happy. Sometimes feeling sorry for the poor dogs and cats can be fun despite their bad idea. Different issues possibly when both species live in the same house. sometimes tied with chains. At that time the behavior may be due to psychological problems created by the deal. Should not forget that despite some do so, the monkeys are not pets.